Good afternoon, Kathy Beatty here with Divorce Support Anonymous. Thank you for joining me for day 22 of How to Have a Breakthrough Christmas. You know, I marvel even at this stage in my life of how much I have to learn or how much I need to unlearn. There are things, so many things, that I have no knowledge about at all. A while ago, my son was walking me through how to change an electrical switch. So in Tennessee, he was on his phone, and I was in front of the electrical switch. And he walked me through the process, which is pretty simple if you know it, and relatively simple as long as you have a healthy respect for electricity. But there are so many things in this world that I don't know, that you don't know. And so my question for you today on how to have a breakthrough Christmas, is there something that maybe you should be doing a different way? Maybe all of your life long you've been doing something a certain way, and that's the only way that you know. And would today be a good day, since you're wanting a breakthrough in Christmas and in life, to consider, is there a different way? A way that's more efficient, a way that's more truthful, a way that's more righteous, a way that's more kind and loving, a way that's more denying of our selfish tendencies. I know we talked yesterday about Jesus being the way, the truth, and the life, but what about you? What are those areas in your life that you are stubbornly or don't even see? The mindset, the belief system, the lies, the values? What are those things that we are not aware of because it's so entrenched in us? It's all we know. What are those things? And is there a better way in which to deal with stress, with boundaries, with spending, with acting, with communication? All of those areas which we are set in our ways. And believe me, at this stage, I'm pretty set in my way. And yet, when I have those aha moments of, no wonder this wasn't working, that allows me to be honest with myself and to grow. Because if you're doing the same old way and the same old way, and you're not getting the results, it's not working. It's not working. And that's one of the healthy moments to say, okay, I've been doing this for years, for months, for days, for a lifetime, and it's not working. Maybe, just maybe, there's a different way. I know we're all stubborn about changing. I am. You are. It's human nature. And we've all heard that quote, oh, well, it's always been done this way, like traditions of Christmas or anything else in life. I remember a story of a man in my group who was on his second divorce, and this second wife and son had taken total financial advantage of him, as did his first wife. So he remarried, was in the second relationship, was in the support group, talking to the group, talking to me, explaining what was happening to him, how he was being taken advantage, actually robbed from his soon-to-be former spouse and her son. But his comment was what really made this stand out to me. He said, I want to keep peace. I don't confront people. I just want to keep peace. And my question to him was, how's that working for you? It was not working for him, but he had always been the peacekeeper. A great sacrifice. Sometimes we're the peacekeeper at great sacrifice. We're not a peacemaker, someone who creates an environment of peace. We're someone who's going to appease everyone else and not have the backbone to stand up for ourselves. Well, this has to stop. We have to be able to stand up for ourselves, and maybe, just maybe, there's a different way to stand up for ourselves, a better way to live, to approach things. But this is not an easy path to discover the ways that are not working and also to change the ways that are not working. I've got a new book coming out shortly, hopefully in February, called 30 Days Toward Healing. And it's based on a series of videos that I did in the past. It's a process to be honest with yourself, to recognize what's not working, and to be brave enough to take the risk to change. Not a fast process, that's for sure. So what about you? What is not working? Let me ask that question again. What's not working and needs to be considered in a different way? You can only control you, right? You can't control what everyone else does. You are minimized really on what you can control of what your children do, regardless of their age. The older they get, the less control you have. And they have to be left for their own options. You can only control you. But when you get to be a healthy you and you have that breakthrough and learn healthy ways in which to stand up for yourself, that is loving and kind and yet firm, and doesn't allow other people to run over you, and doesn't allow you to run over other people either. Boundaries. One of those areas so many of us need help with. So when Jesus talked about Paul talked about this, be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good, acceptable, and perfect. That's what we want. What's good, acceptable, and perfect? We may think we want other things, but there's a right way. And that right way may be different. Not that your way may be wrong, but maybe it's not efficient. Maybe it's not kind. Maybe it's not loving. Maybe it's not healthy boundaries for you. Wisdom. You need wisdom to live through this period of time, certainly, with all the obstacles and layers that are on you, with the COVID and the family and the trauma of divorce and all that's going on with you. You need wisdom. Proverbs tell us, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll make your path straight. Lord, I don't know that I've been doing it right, you may say. I don't know that I've ever been effective at doing this. Lord, I want to acknowledge you. I want to invite you into this situation. I want to invite you into me so that I can figure this life stuff out. And wouldn't that be the most incredible Christmas present? Commit your way to the Lord. Trust him, and he will act. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in him, and he will act. Just as an encouragement, I invite you to read John chapter 14. a New International Version or an easier version in which to read. It is a chapter where Jesus comforts his disciples. And I think we need comfort too. We need wisdom to know which way is the right way to go. And we need comfort so that we can make those right decisions of change. Amen. God's way, not ours. He does know best. Trust me, I've tried the other ways. I always eventually get back around. God really does know best. Thanks for the comment.